about it. I know that out of everyone, I was probably the most honest to you after our conversation.
Yes.
I know that Ika told me that if I didn't tell her, that means that she could trust me, kind of thing. I didn't tell her, so I mean.
You didn't tell her the conversation?
She came up to me and asked me about it.
Gotcha.
And said that if I didn't tell her, that, you could trust me. So I hope that that goes to show that I didn't tell her about it until she came to talk to me.
Yeah.
So I was keeping it away from her. I can also tell you that she scares the living shit out of me.
Yes, I've told her that to her face. I was like, Ika, you scare the shit out of me. I've told that right to her face.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like I told you, I'm trying to, change my gameplay.
Yes.
So I, don't really care if people know who my true targets are or not. The only person that I care about would be Ika, just because of whatever has already happened in the past.
Gotcha.
And I want you to know the last thing that I got to say to Bruno before he went to jury was that I would take Ika and Dimitri out.
You told that to Bruno?
I did.
Yes.
And I said that I would do it for him, Cindy, and Neda. So I want you to know,
So if I won, I was totally good.
And the only reason that I didn't tell you then was because I knew that you were still trying to push with your plan with Ika.
Yeah. No, it was pretty much because with Ika, she put Bruno and I on the block, right?
Yeah.
She didn't want the veto to be used. She was solely against us. And then even after that, I was like, okay, maybe we can work together. But I know that she was pitting me against you. And that she was running to the other side, telling you stuff,
She's been doing that to everybody.
To everybody. She's been putting me against you. She's been pitting me against Dylan. She's been pitting you against William. She's been pitting you,
she's been putting me against William so much. When we had that conversation, I literally, I asked him, I was like, do you hate me? Because every single time I would have a conversation with her, she'd be like, yeah, William hates you. And she would be so, she would emphasize on that. And I'd be like, I really don't think he hates me, because hate is a very strong word.
Very, very strong.
And William and I get along.
Yeah.
So,
the only concern that I had was we had the talk in the blue room about everything, about how we're kind of more the solo players now, and that we shouldn't come after each other. And I know it got back to Ika, but that's because she came and talked to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, is that when she came to talk to me, I was just like, okay. And at that time, I was trying to play her.
Yes.
As much as I could, because she's been playing me this whole game.
Yes.
So I wasn't having it anymore.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I'll be straight up and honest. I did tell her about our conversation.
Yeah.
But that's because when I get put in a position like that, I feel like me and Dylan are similar. It's hard for us not to, tell the honest truth and, put lies on it. Whereas we just, say, okay, well, yeah, this happened, kind of thing. But I had, after our conversation, I did feel a lot better about everything.
Yes.
And I did sit there and think, obviously. And then I have Ika in my ear being like, well, he's so convincing. He told me that he swore in his grandfather's life that he's never done that in this game yet. And and then I I sat there and I was just like, okay, regardless, I'm not working with her.
Sure.
And I never was going to work with her.
Gotcha.
It was a matter of keeping my ass safe last week.
Gotcha.
Or not last week, the week before.
With when you were on the block versus Cindy.
Yes, but in the sense, I know Bruno said that I flipped first. I never flipped first. I did have to say, because I knew that Cindy was saying, if she was staying, that she would be going against you guys, and that's what she had to use.
Yeah.
Whereas, I was, being put on the spot in front of 2 votes that I needed.
Yeah.
And I knew that I needed to say that. But
which I totally understand. I would never hold. Obviously, I think you're closer to Dre.
Dre and I have been building a better relationship over the past few weeks, which has been really nice, because she has been, honest with me, about, hopefully honest with me about mostly everything, and she's, just someone good to talk to and everything. I really, I really do like Dre, and I've liked her from the beginning of the game. I know that you guys have had your kind of clash.
Oh, it's been up and down, but it's it's Dre and Kevin,
Exactly. Yeah. And you always have that one person that's still in the game that it's kind of okay, well, not sure if that person would put me up. Honestly, as soon as you said, like, I want to get some blood on my hands and this and that, like, I kind of clicked and I'm like, okay, like,
yeah,
like, you said I'm doing this for Bruno. I was like, okay, like, it makes sense, like, who your targets were.
Yeah. It wasn't totally set in stone though yet. I really wanted to win. Well, I felt like I had to. I felt
like you know, and like, and that's why I was so upset after Buzz killed.
Yeah.
You know, is that like you feel like you just felt like left this house, and it's just like, okay, like I need to insure myself for at least one more week.
Exactly.
Almost, you know,
that's
like
all I wanted to do. Yeah.
And like I get it. I've been there. I didn't win it, but no, it's.
Oh yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
It's a good feeling.
That was the only concern last week, because like when I came to you and said, there's pairs, we're kind of the solo players, it would be crazy to go after each other. Like, I felt good about that conversation. But I know it did get back to other people pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And that was like a little concerning to me that...
Like, to Ika?
To Ika, and I think William got a piece of it.
Oh, I didn't... I thought that you and William were good, so I didn't think that me talking to him about
No, that was fine. It just went everywhere. That's why I was like, concerned about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize for that. The only reason I told William is because I did feel like I know how close you are, and I asked him. Yeah. I said, okay, so like, do you trust him a lot more now? Like I know like before you guys were kind of like rocky, and like I want you to know, like when he had the veto, like I did have a really good conversation with him, and I didn't urge him not to use it. I didn't urge him to use it. Yeah. Like I wasn't trying to do anything like that. Whereas I saw the position he was in.
It's really hard.
And I did tell him how you really care about him, because I know you do.
I really do, yes.
And I wanted him to know that, but I wanted him to also know that like it is a game. Like you do need to sit and you need to think what's best for you, kind of thing. So I feel like I knew that like I could have been a replacement nominee. As much as like people could tell me I'm not, like I knew that
there was a good chance, yeah.
But like I still really like William, where I don't want him to be in like a position of like hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was a really tough position for him.
I know, and I really did feel like terrible for him.
Yeah.